All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and this is the Real Review 3000, and I'm waiting for it to kick on. Where are we? There we go. How about that? Okay.
Welcome to live stream fails.
No, listen to you. All right, this is the Real Review 3000, and I am Chris Knight, and this is a special live stream. This is my son, right over there. And yeah, his name's Chris too. Thank his mom for that one. Would you tell him what I call you?
Oh, he calls me Julian. It's my middle name.
It was supposed to be your first name. Now, what? Why are you named Julian?
Um, the story is John Lennon named his kid Julian Lennon, and this guy,
Other
wrong
way.
finger, this guy here loves John Lennon, so he named me after his kid.
It's true. It's true. But special live stream here. We're trying to raise some money for my son, and we're going to kind of go over what it's for and it kind of about what he's about and stuff like that. We're not going to go through the introduction of where you can find him and all that because he's still 17, and I don't want people to come and kidnap him because he's a pretty good kid, you know. So I'd much rather that he stay here. Why are you shaking your head? You say you were a good kid even if you were a bad kid.
Because I'm hearing your voice twice.
Yeah, I know, because he's right in the other room. He's in the room over that way. Well, actually, technically over that way, so it's kind of screwy. Anyways, Tommy, Final Death Star. Miss, The Price is Right review. I love this, guys. Thank you for showing up. And we're going to go over, as he... What'd you just do, kiddo? Yeah, okay, well, he'll be back here in just a second as he says the computer died. So hold on just a second. We will get back to him. Oh, yeah, I love it. And chances are he might have to restart and all of that. Hold on, everybody. We will be right back with this thought. Okay, Stig wants a wrench, so handing out wrenches now. Stig, you are a moderator. Mrs. a moderator. Everybody's a moderator. No, I think I only have like 3 or 4 people that are set up as mods on here. I appreciate y'all coming. As soon as he gets back up, Thomas, how you doing? We're gonna get right to this. Like I said, he had to. Well, actually, the computer that he's using right now decided to go and die really quick. So I guess he didn't plug it in like I told him to. Go figure. Kids listening to their dad doesn't work, does it? So, with that being said, I will go ahead and do this. This is the link for the GoFundMe for what we're raising money for my son. It is for school trips. He is currently, his 2 big things are band and journalism. And one of them is journalism. They're going to Washington, D.C. for a journalism conference. It's kind of a big thing. I'll have him tell you more about it because he knows everything about it. I don't, or at least I think he knows everything. Now watch him get on and you're like, I don't know. Uh-oh, he's almost here. There he is.
Hey.
Okay, so we are going to start this right now. Okay, so Chris, Julian, tell
What?
everybody, tell everybody where you're going. Like the first trip. Let's talk about your journalism trip first. Where are you guys going?
Oh, we're going to Washington D.C. I've been
And
approved for a White House tour,
oh yeah,
so
cool. So they don't think my son's a terrorist. That's a good thing. I guess I succeeded somewhere in the world. What is it for? What are you going out there for?
it's for journalism. I'm a photographer for our student newspaper, and I wrote one story in this past issue, and then I've been enrolled on a site contest for news writing. So let's hope that goes well.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about your school stuff. You're in band and journalism. I told them that. Why don't you tell them a little bit about band really quick? What do you do in band?
I've been a member of band for 4 years, so a lot of stuff. This past year, I was the section leader for the marching band, the clarinet section leader. Go Clarinets!
And
Oh, I've lettered once.
okay, and you probably going to do it again this year, right?
Yeah,
So you play in marching band, right?
yes.
Pep band, right?
Yeah, pep band and concert band. So
Well, but you're in the one above concert band symphonic, aren't you? Or is it,
yeah, it's symphonic, but it's
Yeah.
just called concert band.
I thought you guys had
Technicalities.
crazy. Okay, so how many instruments do you play?
Um, well, you got the trumpet, the saxophone, well, the alto sax, the tenor sax, the bari sax, the clarinet, the bass clarinet, the guitar, and like 3 songs on piano.
So how many is that? Guitar, bass clarinet, bari sax, alto sax, tenor. You said right,
Yeah,
and trumpet.
yeah.
So 7. So what is it you want to do after high school?
Oh, I want to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Either an English teacher or a music teacher, and I'm leaning more towards the music teacher.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you want to go. No, go ahead.
I'm also considering going into the Navy for a while.
Yeah. And like music, you like music, right? Music's like one of your favorite things, isn't it?
Yeah. I couldn't hear your question
Oh.
over the stream page I have open.
Oh. You listening to it too?
Yeah, I'm listening to the stream currently. I'm reading chat. Hi
Okay.
everybody in chat.
Well, mute the stream or mute YouTube and then listen to the other because they're behind us just a little bit. I'm trying to teach my kids how to stream. They want to stream someday.
We're good now.
Okay, much better, isn't it? Okay, so music's an inspiration to you. You like music, right?
Yeah. I love music. I mean, good old treble clef light up there.
Mm-hmm. And then, in journalism, the photography part, you like photography too, don't you?
Yeah, I like photography.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But that's more like a hobby, though, isn't it?
yeah, it's become a hobby at this point because whoever said it's Chris with shaggy hair, I actually have gone by Shaggy before in band.
Right now, we both have hair that's quite shaggy, but his works better because he's let it grow out over his ears and stuff, which I can't do anymore. It drives me nuts. So, Thomas Gilkey says that Chris, if your son wants to be a music teacher, I know 2 people that would be able to give him guidance as to the right path or whatnot. So we'll talk to him later, and you can talk to him. Yeah, and so muted. Steve is saying muted, and so let's talk.
So
Okay, so Washington D.C. for journalism, And you said it's a journalism conference, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the journalism conference.
And how many people are they telling you are going to be there?
From the school.
No, from
Oh.
like
I don't
around.
know about other schools. I know from our school, it's only like 10 people, and I'm one of the 3 boys going. So,
Oh, so it's going to be a kegger.
a what?
Nothing.
You can't use these terms. I don't understand them.
Good. So what are you looking forward to if you get to go out there? I mean, because you've already been picked to go out there, and we're just trying to get the money together to get you out there.
I guess it's definitely the Smithsonian. I know we're going there. And the White House, kind of. I'm just hoping that El Presidente is not there.
And like when you go to the White House, what are you thinking you want to see the most? If it's open, because there's parts that might not be open depending on what's going on.
Considering I've never been to the White House and I don't know what the tour is, everything.
Everything. Okay, cool. So what are you guys go? You guys are going to Chicago for a band, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you talk about that a little bit? What are you guys going to be doing when you go up there?
So I haven't looked at the details specifically, but I know we're playing in some concert thing. I know that we're also doing a workshop with somebody. So
Concert thing and somebody in a workshop. Gotcha. So what?
well, that's the only 2 things.
Have they told you what else you're going to go see?
Oh yeah, we're going up to the thing that the balcony leans out. I know that.
Oh, Sears Tower. Well,
Yeah, but
whatever they call it now, it's not the Sears Tower anymore. But yeah, where they have the jet out part.
Hey, I'll do it this year.
Well, you've been up there before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, those of you who don't know this, he also was up there during his mother's and mine honeymoon. We took him up there when you were, all of about 3?
And then I went back during their honeymoon and stayed in the same.
Well, no.
Area.
So the last time he went up there and he was there on the day that we arrived, and he actually stayed in the same hotel that we did during our honeymoon during the same time period, which is really kind of screwy. And it was 10 years or so to the date or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while, but definitely weird since your mom and I are no longer together. But whatever. No. Hopefully you get to go to the Science and Industry Museum, because when I took you there, the part with the U-boat, the captured U-boat, was not open. That and the
they have a U-boat.
Yeah, they have a U-boat there that was captured by the United States Navy, and then they also have this huge castle that is a dollhouse, but it has the smallest working violin, the smallest working revolver, all sorts of other cool stuff. But so how is this going to help you in getting to college? Because you've talked to some recruiters, and they did say that the more of these extracurricular activities they did looks better on your resume or on your applications to college. Didn't they say that?
Yeah. I think it was he came recently, actually. He was in my journalism class, and he was talking about how enjoy your high school experiences, because they only happen once. And he said it really opens you up and it gets you used to dealing with other people in college.
And what college are you thinking about going to?
It's UMKC is one. And then if I ever decide to do journalism, it would be MU, because they have the best journalism program.
They have one of the best, that's for sure, around this area, and also in state, because you get cheaper because you're an in-state person. So yeah, I understand that. you say you want to go into teaching,
Yeah.
and primarily band teaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you think, here's a funny thing, if you go for 4 years or whatnot, the chances are that your current teacher might still be teaching.
Might still be teaching, yeah.
And would you like
So,
to work with her?
sorry, Ep, but nah.
No? Oh, wow, I'm
Well,
surprised.
if I worked with her, I'd be working with Mr. Fillingham. And
Maybe. You might have his position, though, because those people go on to get full-on
well,
positions of their own.
Mr. Mott teaches at Northgate.
They do the secondary.
Mr. Fillingham's a teacher at Northtown.
Mm-hmm.
He was my Algebra 1 teacher.
Mm-hmm. But they're both assistant directors, right?
Yeah.
So if you went there and you were an assistant director, they probably wouldn't be there anymore, because their ideal situation is probably go on and become the director of the band, like
Yeah,
Miss
probably.
Epperson.
Yeah, so yeah, in that case I would, but
Shellback's TJC says Mizzou has a good journalism program, huh? Are you asking if it does?
no, I know for a fact it does. I just make everything sound like a question because that's how I roll.
I was asking Shellback if he was asking a question, or if he knew, or if he.
I
You know,
thought,
yes, my son normally in the house, when I ask him questions, the answers I get are, yeah. That's about all I get from him. This is the most talking that him and I probably have done in the past 2 months.
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. So, when you go to school,
Mm-hmm.
are you planning on going full time? And how? I mean, let's be honest. Okay, so being a single parent to my kids, I don't make a ton of money, so I couldn't put them through school myself. So, we've talked with him about Pell Grants and other things like that. You've already talked to somebody about possibly doing scholarships, because you talked to the guy from UMKC about that, right?
He gave me a list of scholarships,
Mm-hmm.
and then I know I qualify for at least 2 of them if I apply now. So I need to go talk to Mr. Carlock about that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So, with this money, what do you have to say? Why should people donate money to you?
No, that's a good question. You see, my dad here, he works really hard, and I appreciate him. I mean, my mom wasn't really there a lot when I was younger, and even though he didn't really have any time and he was tired, my dad was there. So, we're doing this because I'm in a situation where my dad can't really help me, and my mom can't help me. I want to help myself. Except my job's been going through some management changes, a bunch of other stuff, and it's really, really stressful.
Yeah. Now, I did a stream last week about your grandfather
Yeah.
and the fact that he died 3 years ago, pretty close to exact the date. It was on the 6th of November in 2016 that he died. Now, I'll explain it kind of so people understand that my father used to basically say, what do you guys need? What does he need? And he paid for you guys to go to like scout camp, church camp.
Yeah.
They did a lot of that. And while your grandmother is trying to help where she can, she is on a retirement budget, and she gets some money from grandpa's VA pension,
Yeah.
but it's a fixed income still. And so I personally want people to know that when I can help, I do. But these bigger trips that help him and enrich his school experience and enrich and make it better for him to apply to colleges, because these things do make a difference. They do see that he's gone to these things, which shows interest in the field and the study. Because when they get somebody in to a college, anybody who's applied to a college for scholarships or anything, what they're looking for is not just the person or grades. They're looking for the person that has the experiences, that shows that they have the drive and the want to. So these things are important. And I want people to know that as a father, of course, I want everything for my kids. My dad, Julian's grandfather, soon before he died, right, like a few months before he died, had made reference to that he was going to buy him a car, so on and so forth. He was saying all this stuff, and he actually died before that was possible. So when I got his van, one of the things I did was I sold the van, and I did buy my son a car because my father had promised it. And so, I try to find a way to help my kids out with experiences and chances that will help their life and make their life better, So, talking about working, you've worked at several places, and right now you work at where? Firehouse Subs, right?
Firehouse
Subs. But, when you weren't doing marching band, you were working 4 or 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
In about 25 hours, right?
Yeah, about.
Yeah, and he was going to school and doing all his homework. And now, your degree or your diploma that you're going for in high school, there's several. There's the IB, right?
IB, and then there's the IB something, and then there's AP.
And which one are you taking?
I'm in the college readiness diploma.
Okay, yeah, so that's like...
I was an IB.
Yeah.
And then I said, no, it's too hard, and then changed my diploma.
Yeah. Now, to understand that, people, the IB program, those people that make it through literally come out almost 2 years through college, isn't it? Isn't that what they say?
No, that's AP.
That's AP?
AP comes out about 2 years into college.
Yeah, so, but the IB, though, is still, and what did I tell you when you said I want to get out of that one?
I forgot.
I told him, I don't want you getting stressed out over school. I want you to enjoy school. And he was doing, his band and journalism, and those were really important to him. So I wanted him to enjoy that. I didn't want him to feel stressed or bogged down. So, why we're doing this is, I know, when people say, oh, school trips, oh, so you're just going to have a good time and stuff. And it's not really like that with this. This is showing things that he may not have a chance to go see before. Me and my two children have only gone on one trip together, technically, and that was to L.A. to basically take Grandpa out to the ocean. And Vegas.
If I remember right, L.A. ended horribly.
Yeah, stressful situations, but we won't talk about that. But if I have a chance, my family has a cabin down in Bennett Springs, and I really want to take them down there and just spend a weekend with them, because the time that I get with my kids is very minimal. We play games here and there. What was that?
You gonna go shooting with me?
Yeah.
Robert took me.
I know. You got people that take you to do things, and I appreciate that from them all. Hey, Mario, how you doing? Again, I want to thank everybody who's watching right now. It says we got 9 or 10 people watching right now, so I really appreciate it. This stream won't go for too much longer. We'll do a couple more of these later on down the line. For basically, so the idea here, as my alarm goes off as usual, and I can't get to it because it's stupid.
As
There we go.
Your comments.
Yeah, but
It was a wow okay statement. Hello, is that Moira? Hi.
yeah,
I can't read.
he's gone to school for 4 years, and of course here in Missouri we can't read after that long. No, so these trips are culturally enriching. They aren't like, we're gonna go play games and do this and do that, because you went on one that we figured out with the money that we sold Grandpa's van right after that he was going to pay for New York.
Yeah, New York.
Explain what happened in New York, okay? Because that was the last band trip you went on, wasn't it?
That was not a band trip.
Oh, that was
trip.
yeah.
And let's see, I'm trying to remember. We went and saw. What was it?
Use that brain.
I have a flyer for it somewhere. I gotta find it. But we went and saw.
You didn't see Hamilton, did you?
No,
you didn't. No, you wanted. They wanted to, though, didn't they?
They wanted to, but
yeah,
tickets were really expensive.
Yeah.
It was a show that was about to go on Broadway. We saw that.
Oh, so you saw an off-Broadway show, the one that's like right around the corner.
And then, I'm trying to remember, we saw something on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot remember.
But that was for theater or for drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the drama class that went there. And if you want to tell people about that, you've also done what other stuff at school? You've done lighting.
I was the manager for the light crew once.
Uh-huh.
Back in middle school, actually, I was Rapunzel's prince. I was a stand-in.
Tell them how that happened.
The guy didn't show up before the performance. He then, as I'm singing Agony on the stage, because it was Into the Woods,
Mm-hmm.
I then see him in the back, and he's just like...
But I have a video that I wish I had it up right now. Actually, let's see here. What? Do you have it?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. As he rifles through his room. Do not, guys, you want to see Teenager's room? His room is like that. Don't turn that thing around. Don't let anybody see.
Oh, I'm not turning it around.
Yeah, don't let anybody see, please.
There's a Pop-Tart wrapper literally right behind. I mean, here's the performance from last year in band.
Mm-hmm. Winter concert, yeah. So these concerts or these trips focus around what they're there for. So like band will do a concert someplace else. They'll go meet a special.
This wasn't last year.
What?
This is freshman year.
Oh wow, you got things all over your room. I don't even want to know. But like band will do the concert with another band, or a guest conductor or something like that. Like you probably have a guest conductor that'll conduct you or teach you some symphony or something.
This year it's different. Band can volunteer to play with the orchestra, and we're playing Sleigh Ride.
No, I'm talking about it when they go to Chicago.
Oh yeah.
That it'll be like you'll see a performance, you'll do a performance, and then you'll like have a guest conductor from like the Chicago Symphony or somebody, maybe not that big, but a local conductor normally will work with you guys or something, right?
Yeah.
And then, like I was saying, with journalism, it's different. So you go to things that are journalistic or like photo opportunities, so you can take pictures and learn how to take better pictures. And they do contests
It's workshops.
Yeah, workshops and stuff like that. So this is all stuff that is very much school oriented. It's not like they're just walking around and just
It's a bunch of classes.
basically.
They're all boring because they're all the same every year.
But
I do learn stuff.
it does do a good thing for you. Of course, what child his age says that school and classes are exciting?
Okay, look. Mr. Aubrey's class, out of control.
Out of control. Which one is that? Your journalism class?
That's the journalism class.
What's it like?
Okay, look. You got me, Joy, and Ava. Literally, in that me.
Is
Joy
this
on the
Joy?
side
Joy?
there.
Is this your
is my
ex-girlfriend?
ex. Yes.
Yeah, your ex. And then who else?
It's also my ex.
Who?
I
Oh,
said
Ava. Yeah, that's right.
all of my exes.
All my exes are my journalism class.
So us three sit at a table. You have the newbies, and they're insane.
I love high school kids.
I call one of them a sophomore. They're a senior, like me. So of course they get all feisty.
So let me ask you this, and this is the standard, typical guidance counselor question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? What do you want to be doing in 10 years?
Dead.
When you're 28
When I'm
or 27, 28.
Okay, look. Let's hope the planet's here.
You can tell he's a young kid. They've gotten to him.
Okay, look. I sit next to a debate person. Love pissing him off. Zach, if you're out there, look. It's funny to me because you get super heated.
But in 10 years,
In 10 years?
where do you see yourself? What do you want to be doing in 10 years? And where do you want to be in 10 years?
Let's hope I'm married.
You want to be married?
I want to be married.
Okay.
Not living in Missouri. I don't blame you for that. I need to change.
Uh-huh.
An apartment or like a townhouse, hopefully.
Something. Okay.
And then a husky, because I've wanted one for years, and we can't have them here.
Well, we can have a husky here. It's just the pet
My room's
deposit.
dirty.
Well, yeah, the husky would eat everything in his room first, and then it'd be rolling around on the floor like. Okay, kid. You want a kid?
Yeah.
You do, even though I constantly tell you that
One's
your brother.
like Keegan. Nah, I ain't got his genes. Those are
Yeah.
kids.
You are genetically similar to your brother, no matter what you want to believe, and that could be your future.
Someone
Actually, I always believe that based. No,
I seriously consider moving back to Missouri. Okay, it's November. It's Christmas outside. It was like 12 degrees today.
Yeah, it is, but we don't get the worst weather in the country. That's Minnesota. Minnesota.
You know about Minnesota.
I have friends from high school that moved up there, and I was like, "What was wrong? Did you guys break down and never fix your car?" I don't know. So, we've been going for about 30 minutes. Do you have anything else you want to say? Any more reason why people should donate if they can?
I run a fake country.
You run a fake country. Explain that.
Oh, crap. I no longer have the app. Politics and War. That Zach guy, he got me into the game like 2 years ago. I have made 2 failed countries. This third one, the Communist United States, will pull out.
What? Is
Yeah,
this is this your D&D thing or whatever your
no, that's a different thing.
but that's a different thing. Okay. Two
My-
failed countries.
My
You
sorcerer is a drunk, and we don't talk about him.
Jeez. Yeah, so he's into D&D and stuff like that. So I've raised my kid okay. What are your favorite video games?
I mean, I'm gonna go play Zelda probably.
Zelda. What else?
I mean, I play the Call of Duties like any teenager, but I don't like them.
He's the anti-teenager. I'll do it just because everybody else plays it, but I don't like it. You're a Zelda kid, though. You know, I raised my kid retro. Like
It's how I met Michael, actually, and
it is.
I regret it.
No, you don't. I know he's gone crazy, but it's okay. No, but like I used to. I mean, when you were growing up, when you were just a baby, I used to sit you on my lap. I'd come in, freaking 2 a.m. from work, and
I was 4 or 5. You set up the GameCube, and you
Mhm.
put in the Master Quest version of Ocarina of Time,
Mm-hmm.
and watched me fail so many times.
Well, it wasn't the Master Quest because I didn't.
It was the
Was
Master
it?
Quest.
So the hard one.
It was
Yeah, I
the
think. Yeah.
And he's sitting here and he's laughing his butt off.
I think you probably said something like, "I can beat it," but this is a kid that grew up loving Thomas the Tank Engine.
Hey, we don't talk about that.
Yes, we do.
We don't talk about him.
He was 12 before he got fully out of it. This kid was hardcore, like crack on Thomas was his crack. Like he had every train at one time.
Final Death Star, my character has been at half health
No, he says
for
that builds character.
Oh, that builds character. Well, my D&D character, he's been at half health for nearly 2 years.
Well, if he'd stopped drinking, he'd probably be full health.
It's not the drinking.
What is it?
Our healer forgot how to heal. Yeah, no, the DM threw something at her, and now she doesn't know how to heal.
Really? Oh my god! DMs are crazy.
Okay, for a whole session, I was the only guy, 12 HP. Everybody else was almost dead.
Well then,
So I
interesting.
was entrusted.
Are they trying to kill? Is your DM trying to kill you?
At this point, he might.
When I'd come home from, I did. I worked as a DJ for a long part of his early life, and I would come home at like 2 a.m, 2 or 3 a.m, and that's about the time that, like when he was a baby, he would need to be fed. So I'd get him out of bed. I'd change his diaper, of course, all that stuff, and then I'd feed him. But while I was feeding him, I'd kind of prop him up, and when he could hold the bottle, then I'd play games. I'd play lovely games that were enriching for children. What would I play, Julian? Do you remember when you were little? Do you remember what I told you I would play?
No.
Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice
I
City.
grew up on that.
I know.
This man grew me up on Grand Theft Auto.
I raised my kids right, but we always had like Nintendo Super, the 64, Nintendo 64. We always had that stuff. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. We always had that stuff. So, I've always tried to make sure, you guys had things to be fun, to have fun. Hey, at least he wasn't into Barney. Oh, God, yeah, no. God, he wasn't. I think I even said he'll never be into Barney, and you were never into Barney.
Yo, I have seen some demonic stuff from Barney.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
But, no, in fact, honestly, if you want to know, Vice City was the best one. I've heard they're remaking a new version. I've heard that they want to bring that into the HD universe, but I don't know if they're going to. 6, I don't know what they're going to do. But, truthfully, I wasn't a big fan of the the top down version of 1 and 2. But the one thing I did like is you were in several different cities. So, but my son learned how to talk and say things from Thomas the Tank Engine, because at the end of the
I
old
thought you were about
ones,
to say Vice City, and I was like, yeah,
No.
I learned the Mafia, man. You give them their money.
no, but he at the end of the old Thomas Tank Engine videos, they would show all the all the engines, and their names were on little placards in front of him, and he would go Thomas, Percy, whatever, all the ones, except for my son when he was 3 and still talking, he couldn't say Percy really well. Percy, one time, Julian, we were at your mom and I were at some dinner thing, and you had Percy with you, and this waitress comes up, and you said, "I've got pussy."
I knew it. I was always a ladies' man.
And I looked at her like I was like, "Oh my god!" I said, "No. He means he's Percy. He has Percy. That's the train." So, needless to say, my son is a chip off the old block.
Wait, we mentioned something about Boy Scouts, right?
No, go ahead and tell him about Boy Scouts.
Okay, this is my order for the order of my arrow. I said order. This is my arrow for the order of the arrow. I'm still an ordeal because I don't feel like going to Yogi Brotherhood. And then I'm a warrior in the tribe of Mikase. So,
And if you guys want to know, if you're not from the central part of the United States, the tribe of Mikase is a Boy Scout. I guess I'd say club. That doesn't make it sound right, but it actually teaches them about Indian lore and stuff like that, Indian sign language things. Is that my original book, or is that the one I bought you?
no, that's your original book.
Wow, that's
Still
crazy.
hasn't changed either.
But yes, that's right, Shellback. Let's hear it for Percy. Yes. No, I don't get embarrassed easy, but when I heard him say that in front of her, or that waitress, I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "So no, that's not what he meant. He's talking about the train. But I don't know how much stuff we have left anymore. We gave a lot of that to.
It's all at Angie's place. I think.
No, not Angie.
The original
Yeah, that's true.
still have somewhere.
Yeah, I know. We kept the original stuff. Your first one was Douglas. I remember that. It was the black one.
And he, if I remember right, is chipped.
Yeah, no, it's well used. He was loved. The one you didn't like, the one that you just drove you nuts. You remember the one you didn't like?
Was it the thing with the claw?
Diesel 10. You want to see the worst movie in the world? Watch Thomas and the Magic Railway.
It's got Alec Baldwin.
It's got Alec Baldwin and Peter Fonda in it. Peter Fonda phones it in big time. I mean, literally, he has no emotion in that. I think he was stoned the whole movie. Alec Baldwin, Alec Baldwin did it because he had kids, but... Hey, Thomas, we were just talking about Thomas the Tank Engine, which is what Thomas likes to go by. Thomas Choo Choo Tank Engine.
Oh, they were just going to say tank.
Nope. Thomas actually has a secondary channel, and I think it's called Thomas... I don't know, what is it called, Thomas? What was your secondary channel you used there for a while? Hold on, there's Shellback. I will do that here really quick if I can.
Just gonna.
Let's see here. I'll get that right here. But for this one at least, we're gonna wrap this up. I will let you guys know that
So, some final words. I hate Dio, love Jotaro, and woo, go watch Stardust Crusaders.
just so you know, he leaves next Wednesday, so anything that you guys can send would help a lot. We'd greatly appreciate it. But we will talk more. He has longer to raise money for the band trip. But guys, thank you. No, it's called Tank Engine Germany. That's what he. That's right. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Who's Jeremy?
Huh?
Who's Jeremy? I never met that guy.
Gosh, get it right, Chris. Jeremy, Julian, I will introduce you to Geeks and Gamers. I thought he would have known about it, but no, he doesn't. So I will have to get him on that here really quick. So with that said, though, this is my son, Julian, Chris 2.0, as we call him sometimes. No, you're not Chris Jr. I never wanted to name him Chris, but that's what his mom did.
Let's be honest, my birth certificate says Christopher Patrick, just like yours does.
I know, and it's not supposed to be like that. We fixed it, and they never did it right, so we'll have to figure that out. But this will be an interesting story. Yeah, I know. So, anyways, we will do another one of these streams sometime later and continue to work with this. This fund GoFundMe will be up for a while. So, guys, thank you for watching today. Julianne, say thank you.
Oh, thanks. Also, I like to point out, he is right there.
Yes, I'm in the other room. He's right that way, truthfully. But he's this way on the screen. So, anyways, guys, thank you very much and say goodbye.
Apparently.
Bye-bye.